Well, hello Mud Monsters, and welcome along for a little video on my preferred settings on the Equinox 800. I don't do loads of stuff like this because I don't consider myself to know all the ins and outs of detectors. I do enjoy the hobby and I love all of that. I'm not very geeky when it comes to all the technology. But I've learned a few things along the way and I'm happy to share those, and I've also borrowed quite a lot as well. I'm sure we all do the same. But anyway, these are my preferred settings for the Equinox 800, and this is going to be the beach for land settings that I've been using probably for about the last couple of months or so. I moved on from the ancient settings and I have to say I'm really impressed with them. So for now they are my go-to settings, and I'm going to show you how to set yours up just like mine. Okay guys, so here we go. This is the beach for land settings on the Minelab Equinox 800. You obviously need to have your machine turned on. Go to beach 1 mode, which is a multi-frequency mode. You can't do this one just in 10 Hz, but that's fine. What you do want is multi-frequency for best performance on this particular mode. You're going to start by hitting the settings button in the middle there. Just go through noise cancel and ground balance. Volume again is set at 0. This is just so that there's no blipping around while we're doing the demonstration. However, you can obviously crank that up to your heart's content, and don't forget, of course, the headphones have their own independent volume control, so I tend to ramp everything up to max to hear all the little bits. Threshold is at 0. Again, that you can mess around with. You can turn it up or down depending on your preference of hearing the hum of the threshold. We hold down the settings button there and you'll see that we've got 4 points on there. Set that, keep that at 4 I think, but you know, again, you can mess around with these things to your heart's content, but I keep mine at 4. Right, moving on to target tones. I've got 5 on here. You can change that up. If I show you on there, you can go 50 tones or all the way down to 1. 5 is a good balance, but as you get more into it and understanding the tones, going up to 50 is a great idea because you'll start to get little intricacies and you'll understand what you're digging a little bit better in some regards. But I'm going to leave it on 5 as I am still learning it, but I do find that one's nice and simple. Right, and now we'll flick over to next part. There we go, and you can see how the tones are separated into the 5 blocks. Again, you can, if you flick it to 50, you can adjust sort of almost infinitely through there as well, but ultimately at the moment I'm going with 5. Flick over now to accept and reject. I've got that on -9. Again, you can play with it, but that's what I've got at the moment. Hold that down and you can see again the way that flicks through the 5 separate sections there. And now let's move on to recovery speed. I've got that at 5, that's right in the middle. You can drop it down to 4 and that shouldn't change it too much, but in theory the lower the recovery speed, the higher the deeper the depth. I'll keep that one 5. And if we hold down, we go to the Ferrous Modes, the iron bias, set that to 2. That seems to be a sensible level. I've had it higher before, but a lot of people have said no, keep it down lower, and you'll notice the difference. So set that one to 2 as well. So it's all very simple. Obviously everything's up on the screen, so you should be able to follow that mode. Sensitivity wise, I do tend to crank my sensitivity up to maximum when I start on the on any field, and if it's too chattery I'll crank it down a little bit, and you don't lose too much depth by going down sort of 3, 4, 5 points on that one. I hope that's been really useful guys. Set your machine up and go and give it a go.